Namaste everyone and welcome back to the Life Lab. Today's video dives deep into a topic that has shaken India's aviation industry, disrupted thousands of travelers, and sparked a nationwide debate about airline management, safety rules, and accountability. Yes, we are talking about the recent IndiGo crisis that went viral across social media, airports, and news platforms. You must have seen the visuals: chaotic terminals, passengers sleeping on floors, announcements being delayed, queues stretching across airport corridors, and hundreds of flights being cancelled. For many people, this wasn't just news, it was a real, painful experience. But what actually happened? Why did the country's largest airline, the one that prides itself on punctuality and efficiency, suddenly collapse under its own weight? What decisions led to this chaos? Who is responsible? And most importantly, what does this mean for the future of air travel in India? Today, I'm going to decode everything for you in a clear, structured, and engaging narrative. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the full story of one of India's biggest airline disruptions in recent history. 1. How the crisis started: a massive chain reaction. This wasn't a single-day incident. The seeds were sown weeks before the viral chaos. Progressive rise in cancellations. Throughout November, IndiGo had been cancelling flights more than usual. By the end of the month, the total cancellations had crossed 1,000. Many thought it was weather-related or due to winter fog. But the real issue was deeper. Sudden spike in early December. On 5th December alone, reports confirmed that IndiGo cancelled over 1,000 flights across India. This is an extraordinary number, considering that IndiGo normally operates a much higher number of daily flights with ease. Delays turned into nationwide disruption. With each cancellation, aircraft and crew became misaligned. This created a ripple effect. Luggage piled up. Pilots crossed their duty time limits. Departure slots were lost. Turnaround times increased dramatically. The system collapsed like dominoes falling in slow motion. 2. The heart of the problem: new crew duty rules. At the center of the IndiGo turmoil is one critical regulation: the revised Flight Duty Time Limitations, also known as FDTL. What are FDTL rules? These are regulations created by India's aviation regulator to ensure pilot rest, safe flying hours, and fatigue management. They include limits on maximum flying hours per day, maximum night duty operations, minimum rest between flights. What changed recently? The regulator introduced stricter rest norms. Night duty limits were tightened. Weekly off rules became more rigorous. These changes were designed to reduce pilot fatigue, which is a global aviation safety concern. IndiGo underestimated the impact. Airlines were given time to adjust. But IndiGo miscalculated the additional number of pilots required under the new norms. When the rules kicked in, hundreds of pilots suddenly became unavailable due to rest requirements. This created a massive staffing shortage overnight. 3. DGCA and government intervention. As the situation worsened, the Aviation Ministry and DGCA stepped in. Emergency meetings. Authorities summoned IndiGo leadership to explain why India's biggest airline had failed to plan properly. Investigation into non-compliance. The regulator found gaps in crew scheduling and rostering. They pointed out that the airline should have recruited more pilots, reworked flight schedules earlier, increased buffer manpower, special exemptions. To control the chaos, authorities temporarily suspended parts of the new duty rules for IndiGo. This was a rare move, done only to protect passengers. But this raised important questions. Should safety rules be relaxed for operational convenience? Are airlines becoming too big to fail? The debate continues. 4. Impact on passengers: the human side of the crisis. This is where the real damage happened. Stranded passengers everywhere. Thousands of travelers were stuck in airports like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, and more. Visuals showed families sleeping on floors, people crying due to missed weddings and exams, angry passengers demanding answers, lack of communication. IndiGo's biggest criticism was not just cancellations, but lack of timely information. Many passengers arrived at airports only to find out their flight had been cancelled hours earlier. Refunds and rescheduling chaos. The airline offered free rescheduling and refunds, but app servers lagged. Customer support lines crashed. Refund processing took time. In total, hundreds of crores worth of refunds had to be initiated. 5. Damage to IndiGo's reputation. IndiGo has always marketed itself as India's most punctual airline. But during the crisis, punctuality dipped to as low as 8% in major airports. Customer sentiment dropped sharply. Social media was filled with memes, complaints, and go viral videos of passengers confronting staff. Trust impact. Airline reputation is built on years of reliability and broken in days. For the first time in years, people openly questioned whether they should book IndiGo during peak travel time. 6. Broader lessons for the aviation sector. This crisis has exposed systemic problems in Indian aviation. Overdependence on one airline. IndiGo controls a huge share of India's domestic aviation market. When one airline collapses, the entire country feels it. Need for better manpower planning. Aviation is a complex network. Even a small rostering mistake can create nationwide consequences. Balancing safety versus operations. Pilot fatigue rules exist for a reason. Relaxing them temporarily solves a crisis, but doesn't solve the underlying structural issues. 7. Current situation, how IndiGo is recovering. The airline is now working towards stability. Gradual increase in flights. Flights are slowly being restored to normal count. Hiring and reskilling. IndiGo has begun hiring and speeding up pilot promotions. Deadline for full normalcy. The authorities indicated that complete network normalcy may only return after early 2026. Refunds processed. A substantial chunk of refunds has already been initiated. Overall, the worst phase seems to be over, but the trust rebuilding phase has only begun. Conclusion. The IndiGo crisis is not just a story about flight cancellations. It is a story about miscalculation, regulation, safety, human impact, and the fragile nature of modern aviation systems. It reminds us how interconnected the aviation ecosystem is, and how one misstep can trigger nationwide chaos. As passengers, we often see only the final disruption, but behind it are hundreds of decisions, regulations, human errors, and operational challenges. I hope this detailed analysis helps you understand the full picture behind the viral IndiGo news. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep, clear and powerful explanations of trending topics, then make sure you subscribe to the Life Lab. Your support helps me bring more meaningful, research-backed content for you. Like the video, share it with someone who travels frequently. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. This is the Life Lab, decoding life, one story at a time. Thank you for watching.